Well, today's the day. It's finally in the 40s, a low 40s today. It gets a little warmer tomorrow. But we're gonna spend today and tomorrow out here taking apart all the outside skirting, getting underneath and starting to get out some of that insulation. Are you excited about this?
So excited.
So, as you can see, we've got the skirting right here we need to take off still, all the way up until underneath our little porch. And then around back, we've got some skirting that's, it's more roofing stuff that they didn't screw into it, but it is still meant to keep out animals. It didn't do a very good job, but we'll pull that stuff out as well. So stick around.
Thank goodness for modern cordless drills. Could you imagine unscrewing all these fasteners by hand? Of course, with any project, you've got a couple that are stripped, but this one was ridiculous. It didn't even have any threads left on it. They had all rusted away. The back of the house consisted of metal roofing and plywood. There weren't any screws, and it started off pretty easy to get it out. In this corner, there was some extra wood, and they had started to frame it out with some 1x1 planks. In some other areas, they'd even installed some insulation board. Rain and moisture had made it all wet and rotten. They had run telephone wire and coax cable through a PVC pipe from the closest telephone pole, but we don't intend to use that in the future. First look under this back corner and there was a lot of debris, and we even spotted a hole in the ground, but everything was frozen over top of it, so we'll have to see what's there later. We began to remove anything that we could get to pretty easily. Even though it was 40 out, there was still a lot of things frozen to the ground. Since our goal was to get all the skirting away from the trailer so that we could see underneath, I couldn't just wait for the ground to thaw. So I grabbed a crowbar and started working away, seeing if I could wedge something in there and get these to come up. It was not easy at all. I'm not one to give up, but eventually it got a little warm in this hoodie. A t-shirt was so much nicer. Finally, the first frozen one was free. My wife's pretty handy with tools, so she worked on getting this air conditioning stand free from the trailer. The brackets were gone, but they was still frozen to the ground. Need a little persuasion. Another frozen skirt, but with the magic of splicing, you didn't see me struggle for a half an hour. This skirting was really frozen into the ground pretty deep. I'm gonna have to come back to it later. On the front side, they did a really good job of securing the skirting to the trailer with glue and adhesive. I had to get a hammer and chisel to get the adhesive to break free. Initially, we thought we were going to reuse the skirting on the front, so my wife is marking it. The front side was all frozen as well. Emily helped to try to free up some of these. Then it was time to remove some of the foam board and get our first look at the underside of the trailer. Wow. Of course, it's always the last one that's the most difficult. And of course it tore. Well, that made us decide that we weren't going to reuse any of these after all. Time to load everything up and get our first load down to the dump trailer. The kids love any opportunity to drive the tractor. Not too bad for an 11-year-old. We took a trip down to the tack room at the stables because I remember seeing a bunch of hand tools and shovels and picks and axes down there. Let's see what we can find to help make this a little easier. A few hay forks, shovels, and a rake ought to do the trick. I was so happy to have a little help today. Dang, that was a really good scoop. I look forward to instilling some good work habits with my boys. Look out! It's the 8-year-old's turn to drive. Yuck, looks like such a mess. It just seems to keep coming. After clearing the first couple feet along the edge, I couldn't believe I could see daylight.
That is a lot better looking under there than I expected.
That surprise gave us all a little bit of extra energy to try to get the rest of this front side done. Our mama cat fell asleep watching us work. Such a hard life she lives. I needed to order insulation, but first I had to see whether it was 16 or 24 inches on center. Almost done for the day. Let's take a look at what tomorrow will bring. It sure looks a whole lot better, but there's still a lot left to do. Join us again as we continue to clean it out.